This is a really good story about how the whole partnership book came to be. And I have a practice, a morning meditative spiritual practice that is one of my most treasured times. And in the quiet of that, the messaging, what I was able to hear was that it was an important time in our culture to focus on partnership, to make sure that, because not just what I heard in meditation, but what Gary and I have noticed so often is how people don't seem to have a good tool to partner. I mean, they might get together, but they don't really have an operating system. And so fortunately, because Clarity, I had innovated an operating system, we were able then to apply that to our relationship. And when we teach together, so many times people will say, I don't know, just the way you guys are, how do you do that? Like,
how are you with each other? I mean, one of them said, I want to have, my wife and I how to be with each other like you guys are in front of the room. So.
And we're natural at it because we've practiced it, but what have we practiced? We practiced the tools, and those are the tools that we call a common operating system. And that's what we're talking about. We decided to call the book, after Gary's suggestion, to call it Powerful Partnering, like a verb, like the action of partnering. How is it that we have actions that work and some actions that don't work? And how do we evaluate that without judgment, without criticism, with just observation? Observation is one of my favorite words in all relationships. And in partnering, to be really clear, it's not just intimate partners. When you really think about it,
it's teams. I mean, we partner with teams. We partner with our boss. We partner with our kids. We partner with our wives or our husbands. We partner with our family, and we don't think of those relationships as partnering, and yet that is what we do. And the more effective we are at it, the better those relationships will be.
How did you come up with partnering as a verb?
It just sounded better.
Well,
it's action-oriented.
It's action-oriented.
I mean, it's really action-oriented, and when you call it powerful partnerships, that just, it doesn't have action to it. So.
Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to be clear that what really works is on the day-to-day, moment-by-moment choice points that we all have about how we are with each other. And, and so that's where we started with our operating system. And using that, we created a shared vision. Remember, we went on a vacation when we were early on, and we decided that we would go to, I think it was the Hood River, where were we?
Sun River, Oregon. And we created a vision for aging gracefully over the next 20 years. So we are now about 13 years into that. So.
And what it would look like, really, to literally visually have a vision map of our future.